I don't like the 911. And that's not to say that it's not a really good car, because it undoubtedly is. It's just not a car that I've ever had on my wall. It's not a car I've ever really wanted or seen myself in. But when Jayemm went away on his latest adventure or holiday or wherever he's gone without me, he said, "Laurie, you can borrow one of my cars." He's lent me this. I'm really not that excited. This just doesn't do anything for me. It's a bit boring. And I fully admit that might well be the colour. If this was like a stunning blue or a yellow, I'd probably be a lot more enthused. But this colour particularly, I mean, it blends into the surroundings here. It's almost like an active camouflage. I walked past it. It took me 10 minutes to find it, and I parked it here. Stylistic choice of everything on this. It doesn't stand out. There's no real aggression to it. It's sleek, but I want aggression, and it doesn't speak to me at all. That said, I'm very grateful. I am looking forward to going for a drive in it. But it doesn't do anything for me at all. You've already seen this car on Jayemm's channel, so I don't need to tell you too much about it because he's done a far better job of talking about it than I ever will. But as a quick recap, this is a 2004 model. It's the 996 Carrera 4S. And apparently, that's quite desirable. It's somewhat notable because it's the first generation of 911 that went from the traditional air-cooled technique to water cooling, which apparently is better and more efficient, but not really as cool. I like bits of it. I like the Porsche logo here in the back of the glass. I really don't like the tips on the exhaust because they're fake. It looks like it's got 4 exhausts, but actually there's just 2. The back of it though, is indistinct. I think that's what I feel with it. The tyres are impressive though. I mean, I haven't seen anything with tyres this fat since I last saw a Digger. They are colossal. Under here lives the flat 6, which generates around 320 horsepower. And that, coupled to the all-wheel drive system, means that it does actually put that power down. And apparently, it does rather shift. And that is exciting. And I think I might enjoy that much of it. On the outside though, there isn't much that excites me. I'm a little more taken, however, with the inside. I like this. This is nice. You get into this and already I feel special. I really like the dash. It shows me exactly what I need to do and what I need to know without being too cluttered and ruin things. I like the steering wheel. It's not full of buttons. I don't like this new generation of cars which have buttons everywhere. I like the little touches of the Porsche logo there, here, just on the gear stick. It just feels it's a little bit special. I don't like the fact that I have to reach all the way over here to press the rear wiper button. And I don't like the feel of the mirror adjustment here. It's a bit cheap and nasty. I also felt that I had more options with this seat. I wanted to be able to do more than go forward and backwards with it and tilt. However, it is very comfortable and it's grippy and it holds me in place and feels like if I was to be doing speeds and going places that this is definitely keeping me straight in the seat. And it's lovely. I love the cup holder. I love the way this pulls out and works. It's just a lovely bit of design. And I love this little CD holder. That's cool. In fact, I love an awful amount of how it feels to be in this car. I don't love these though. These are useless. They do nothing at all if the sun's in your way. Woo! But it does have lights so I can check my makeup and continue. Apart from that, this is an exceptionally nice place to be. And I kind of understand a lot more of why people love these cars from just sitting in here, because it feels special. And I love that I can just see part of the rides of the front of the car out of the windscreen. And really, I'm just quite excited to go for a drive. So what do I think about driving a 911 for the first time? It's quite nice. As nice as I thought it would be. The steering is delightful. The way it steers, the way it moves is just fantastic. And the whole car really instills a great sense of confidence in me. I feel that this will do exactly what I want it to do. I'm not scared by it. And it's very comfy. The ride quality is, yeah, it's alright. It's not soft and really comfortable, but it's totally livable with. It's something that it's nice. And we've just driven through a residential area with this, and nobody looked at it at all, which is strange compared to the cars that I'm used to doing things like this with, that we drive past people and people look up and have a gander. This, almost invisible, probably somewhat helped by the active camouflage paint it has. But I kind of can understand why somebody might actually want that. I can understand wanting a car that's this performance, this comfort, but doesn't really attract that much attention. I can get that, and I can understand why so many people enjoy this car so much, because it is genuinely lovely. And also very quiet. But until I actually ask of it to give me some power, there's almost no noise from the engine or exhaust. It's very, very civilised and very, very livable with. We're driving through here, and I honestly think the 106 makes more noise than this does. But then, as soon as you want some power from it, and you want some performance, then you get a bit of a noise and a bit of excitement. And then that's what puts the grin on your face, that gives you that smile and the bit of a fizz. But it's very Jekyll and Hyde almost. It's almost like two entirely different cars, depending on what you want to do with it. And that's kind of strange, but I guess that's the appeal. So if you find a nice bit of road, then we can really have a bit of fun. And then it really does make quite a nice noise and gives you the smile. But for actually driving around, this thing holds speed remarkably well. It's not like other cars I've driven, particularly the MG ZS, which you're always trying to rein it back and hold it back and always fighting with it. This is remarkably civilised and just happily sits at 30, happily sits at 60, happily sits at 70. It's very controllable, yet there's so much power and so much acceleration when you actually want it. I do get the hype. I really do get the hype. It's just quite nice. And just being in it, you can really appreciate some of the build quality and how nice it is. For instance, I really like the door handles, and the action of releasing and opening the door is just really nice and feels like a premium product. And just the driving position is really nice. It is a car that you really feel like you want to go somewhere in. It's a car that you feel that we could go and we could drive around Europe twice and come home and go, you know what, that was really nice. We should do that again. It is a car that definitely is built for driving and makes you want to drive in it. I really, really want to take this somewhere and go somewhere. I don't really know where. I want to do a trip in it because I feel like it would be a really nice car to do a trip in, that you'd enjoy the trip. And when you get there, to wherever you're going, you'd be quite happy to come back again in it. So, Jayemm has lent me this car for a whole week. And I'm going to see how easy it is to live with. Can I live with a Porsche? Let's find out. Good morning, Porsche. Is that unlocked or locked? Yep. It's unlocked. People say if you walk away from your car in a car park, and you turn back to look at it, you bought the wrong car. Good morning, Porsche. Right, more Lunchables. I don't have enough hands to do this. This is still plenty of space this morning to put extra lunch supplies. Good. Right. This is an exceptionally nice place to get into at the end of a long day. It's quite welcoming, it's comfortable, it's just a different atmosphere entirely, and it's lovely. It's just lovely. And this week has been really nice for the weather as well, so I'm not really going to talk much more. I'm just going to head home and enjoy this on the back roads. Good morning, Porsche. We're late. Unlock. Good. And morning, Porsche. Hello, everything lovely. Right. Everything demist. Everything full power. I'm coming to the end of my time with the Porsche, and I'm on my way to take it back to Jayemm's and drop it off, and then I'll be without it. And I'm really quite sad about this, because everything aside, it's a really good car, and being sensible, there's really nothing wrong with it. I still don't like the colour, but it's actually, as expected, pretty damn good. And I understand exactly what everybody is talking about when they rave about Porsche 911s. It is great. But I don't love it. I don't want one. I don't know. There's something wrong somewhere, and I can't put my finger on it. It might just be my taste. I mean, you guys have seen my collection of vehicles and what I'm into, and this just, it doesn't do it for me. And I'm almost annoyed at myself that I don't love it, because I feel like I should, and I feel like it deserves my love, but I feel like it won't love me back. It's a little bit too precise. There's almost a bit too much that famous German efficiency and perfection for my tastes. I mean, certainly I'll love this one a lot more than one of the modern ones, because this is still a bit more analog, and it has a bit of a soul, but I think that's the problem. For me, I don't feel like it's got a soul. I don't feel like it's coming alive. And I know that all you guys will be going, oh, you haven't driven it properly. I shouldn't have to. For a car that you really love and something that really speaks to you, you could be doing 20 miles an hour. You can be sitting looking at it here, and you feel that feeling for it. You feel it. And this, it's just a car. You know, if I was given 20 grand and said, go buy a sports car, yeah, that'd be in the running. If I was given 20 grand and told to go buy a German sports car, this is a good choice. This is a very good choice. And if I was given it, oh my God, I'd keep this. Yeah, I might try and change the paintwork, but I'd keep it, certainly. And I don't know what it is about it. It could be just the stylistic choice of, well, everything, the shape of it. I mean, certainly this wing on the back saves it and gives it presence and makes it a lot more exciting. Without the wing, it would just be boring. And maybe that's it. It's a bit too boring. My final point is, given the choice, I think I'd just take the MR2 out. Right, let's take it back. And here we are, back on James's driveway, and he'll never even know that it's gone anywhere. It's not like he's particular on the state of his cars or anything, and it's blatantly not filthy after a week's driving up and down. And it has been quite good fun. When all's said and done, it's been the best commute I've ever had. And the 106 is going to seem quite boring in comparison. So I'll miss it. And you know, James isn't due back for a good 8 hours now. So I think I've got time for just one more drive.